Okay, I'm going to dish up for Wrigley, who's about the same size as Cena. And I forgot that I did not buy any ground beef today, so I didn't have anything defrosted. But I'm going to prep about 3.5, 4 cups of food for Wrigley. This is very basic. It's not super balanced, but you have those other powders and stuff that I gave you that would help balance it, but also like help just fortify with some additional nutrients and just try to get his gut back to health, which is probably the primary reason he's having so much of the outward issues. Anyways, if I had my beef ready, what I would do is probably do 2 good cups of the ground beef. So let's pretend that's already in the bowl. Then I'm going to take more muscle meat. And for muscle meat, I'm going to use tonight gizzards. I'm going to add a cup of gizzards. Muscle meat would also be the chicken hearts or the beef heart that we bought as well. So I'm going to do some chicken hearts because I did not cut up my beef heart yet. I have this all just sitting in the sink next to me. Makes it a little less messy. Still messy though. Gross. All right, I'm gonna do a cup of chicken hearts. So now, if this was my bowl, I'd have essentially 4 cups of muscle meat. It'd be 2 cups of the ground beef, a cup of the chicken hearts, and then a cup of the chicken gizzards. Like I said, this is not a fully balanced meal, but I'm giving my dog some nutrients tonight. And then I'm going to show you literally how much liver I'm putting in. Not that much, right? So I don't want to give my dog the shits. My dogs tend to get the shits from too much liver. That'll definitely do it. But that's enough for Wrigley tonight. That's how much of the pork uterus I'm going to use. It's also not that much. And I forgot to get the kidney out. But that's all the kidney I'm using. Okay, and then once again, not a fully balanced meal for a dog. However, we're getting a lot of good nutrients in here. I'm gonna add in the Wrigley. I'm just gonna do 2 mussels. I like these, they're already out of the shell. I think this is what you ended up buying as well. I'll give you some good zinc in there, as well as some good oils for them. And then normally I'd add a little bit more bone type items, but we didn't purchase that today. Also, I did send you, or I will send you a link for the calcium powder that you can add in, but I'm just going to add in a couple chicken feet. It's got some glucosamine in there as well, which is good. And then I'm going to add a couple quail eggs. They're a little bit more dense in nutrients. That'll give me some calcium as well, depending on your dog. I mean, I usually give it a little bit of a break and add it in. And honestly, that's about all that I would do to get my guy going. And then what you have that I gave you was a Canine Complete supplement. I'd add that on top of your food. That will help bring in some of the vitamins and nutrients that we did not get from our array of muscle meat and organ. And then I gave you a really, really good probiotic, soil-based probiotic that should be helpful for gut, which is what we're trying to heal first. I would add that. I gave you mushroom powder, which is just an overall good supplement to help boost immunity. It's got all the 4 good mushrooms in there, like the reishi, chaga, turkey tail, and I don't know, whatever the other one is. And that's what I'd feed him. And if he's not used to raw, this could be a little bit of a shock to his system. So I would maybe put this in a crock pot for like an hour or two, and lightly cook it, or put it in a pot and lightly cook it, at least to get him through it. Or you could start off lighter than this and do some kibble and a little bit of raw, and then keep working your way up. And then if it were me, and if you're not worried about any drug interactions, I don't know what drugs he's on right now, I would be giving him 1 Claritin a day. If he's got other allergies, which I bet he probably does, then they turn into yeasty type things after he starts scratching, and then bacteria and all that. I would give him maybe a Benadryl if needed, especially if he's going to be outside a lot. If it were me, once again, I would spray that apple cider vinegar on him once a day. I'd let it dry. I would maybe spray some of the silver honey on him once a day, maybe the middle of the day. That's a really nice calming spray. And then I would probably put a little Monistat 7 on him. That's what I would do if this was my dog. Obviously, you know, I'm not a vet, but if this was my dog, that's how I would be treating him, especially through, you know, all the things that you've already been through. What's the harm in trying? Colloidal silver, I put in your little pack of stuff as well. That you could sprinkle into the food. It's another immunity booster type thing. Works from the inside out. But yeah, that is what I would do. Let me know if you have questions.